What is going on, people? Welcome back. It's been a while. If you haven't seen already, I did upload a different type of video in the last few days. I actually went away with the family for a few days, so did a different type of video I haven't done before, a holiday vlog, if you will. So that's on the channel if you haven't seen. Obviously, a lot of you probably wondering where the videos have been apart from that one. But because the football season had finished, I've just been having a bit of a break. The content will be coming back when the season starts again. And yeah, I've just been having a bit of a break recently. As I said, went on holiday, got some footage for you for that. And the content will be coming back. And today I've decided to do another top 5, and there'll be another one on Thursday I'm going to do as well. So today's top 5 is my top 5 drinks, my favourite drinks. So without further ado, let's get into it. In at number 5, a drink that I hadn't had for a while till a few months ago, because I just kind of forgot about it a little bit, and we just randomly got it one day at the shop and had some, and ever since I've been getting it more often. Simple drink, but it's effective. It's got a very rich taste if you get the proper make, and that is Schweppes lemonade. Yeah, just a simple one, but some of the cheaper lemonades you can get, you can taste the quality difference. But with Schweppes, you're getting a quality brand there. You can taste the lemon enough. It's got a good, it doesn't go flat very quick either. Very refreshing when it's chilled, especially in the summer months as well. So in at number 5, we've got Schweppes. In at number 4 then, one that's more of an old school one. I remember they had some quality funny adverts back in the day in the 90s that I grew up on. And they do some very out there tastes and flavours at times, and that is Tango. I've gone for the original orange Tango. I know a lot of people are a fan of like the cherry ones they've done in the past and the apple one, but the apple one for me is a bit of an acquired taste. I don't mind it, but it's not one that I would pick. I'd drink it if I had to, but it's a bit too much for me, the apple one, but I know a lot of people, that's their favourite one. But as for me, just the original orange Tango, very flavoursome. I do think it's better than orange Fanta. I think orange Fanta seems a bit more diluted and just a bit less, like the name itself suggests the flavour boost you get with a Tango. That tanginess and zestiness, you don't get that with a Fanta for me with the orange. So for me, Tango Orange Original, it's quality, it bursts with flavour. As I said, if you didn't grow up in the 90s like I did, and you're younger and you watch me, just type in Tango adverts from the 90s and you'll see what I mean. Some funny ones that I remember from back in the day. And they're still going today, so long-lasting brand as well, and they offer a lot of flavour. So Tango Orange Original. Now, as I was just saying, I'm not a massive fan of the orange Fanta because I feel like it's not as flavoursome as a Tango, but there is a Fanta I do like a lot, and that is Fanta Fruit Twist. So that is my number 3. I can't remember originally when I first tried this, but I love the blend of the different fruit flavours you get in it. You get any of these, or the majority of these on my list, to quench your thirst in the summer, and they do a great job at it. And Fanta Fruit Twist, I just love the flavour more than anything. I don't even mind it when it's flat. Obviously I prefer it with a bit of fizz, but some of these when they go flat can go a bit horrible. The same with this, but I think less so with this. Even when it's a bit flatter, you still get that burst of flavour with the different fruits. So that is Fanta Fruit Twist, can or bottle. Some of these taste better in a bottle and some of them taste better in a can. For me, with Fanta Fruit Twist, I think it's good out of it, either a can or a bottle, like just as much as the other. So for me, big fan of it, and it makes number 3 on my list. In at number 2, I grew up on Coca-Cola because my brother drank a lot of it, and obviously they're a huge brand, a famous brand, but this is their rival for me, Pepsi. Once I had a Pepsi, I preferred it to Coca-Cola straight away. I think you can taste a bit more flavour in it. I think I don't know if it's got more sugar in it than a cola has, but what I will say is that I love a Coca-Cola out of a glass bottle, like them old school bottles you might get in a pub. But that's my favourite type of Coke, when you get it out of a glass bottle for a Coca-Cola. Sometimes with the cans nowadays, it just tastes like gas and no flavour. And even out of a bottle sometimes. So for me, I'm not a massive fan of Coke anymore, and I do prefer Pepsi. I think Pepsi, especially when you go to a pub and get it with ice cubes or just chilled from a tap, that's my favourite. But even when you get it from a shop out of a bottle or a can, I think Pepsi is just, you get a bit more flavour and a bit more just, I think there's a bit more about it than a Coke. Coke's obviously got more history, and I think a lot of people prefer Coke to Pepsi, but for me, I grew up on Coke, but I do prefer Pepsi. Once I tried Pepsi, it won me over. I just prefer it to Coke, so Pepsi at my number 2. And then at number 1, a huge staple of the UK and British people, but especially the UK, and it's just a cup of tea. But for me specifically, Yorkshire tea. I love a cup of tea. I probably average between 8 and 10 cups a day. I don't know if that's a bit much, but that's what I'm at. I've grown up drinking tea. It's been in my family, and I know for English people alone, it's got a massive history in this country of just people love tea, and I'm one of them. I've never been a coffee drinker. I've tried it. It's just not for me. I like the smell of coffee, but I've just never been, like, it's just never grabbed me by the taste. So for me, tea has always been the one. And as I've got older, I've definitely grown to like it more and drink more of it. And it's a simple one. It's quick and easy to make. And it's probably a bit more beneficial. Even though it's got caffeine in it, it's probably still better for you than the rest on this list, if you don't go mad with the sugar. Big fan of tea. Said Yorkshire tea bags, though. They're the ones for me. You can't beat a Yorkshire tea. As I said, grown up on tea, though. My mum and dad drunk it all their life. Grew up around it. And when I was younger, it probably wouldn't have been number 1. Well, it definitely wouldn't have been. It'd have probably been, I would have said lemonade or Pepsi when I was growing up, or even Coke, because I was around it a lot. But yeah, tea for me, as I've got older, I've grown to love it, and I just crave it a lot every day. It's not necessarily a good thing, but it's definitely better for you than the rest on this list in terms of just the sugar levels and caffeine. And probably even more so than a coffee is for you, because it's probably not got as much caffeine in it. But yeah, ease up on the sugar if you're going to drink loads of tea a day, though, just for your teeth and just for your health overall. Big fan of it. Simple, massive staple of the UK, and English people love it, and I'm one of them. So a cup of tea, but specifically Yorkshire tea, at number 1 for me. So that is my top 5 drinks, guys. Favourite drinks. Let me know yours in the comments, especially if you're from another country as well, because it could be interesting to see what you put, because there could be ones in there that I've never heard of that I can go and do research on and learn. Always up for learning about new things. Let me know yours in the comments, guys. The videos have been a bit, well, missing recently. They have been, apart from that holiday one I put up. But I've just been taking a step back, having a bit of a break. I do upload regularly, usually with the footballs on, so I felt like I deserved a break. Hopefully you guys stick around and still enjoy the content. Top 5 drinks there for you though, guys. And on Thursday, I'm going to be doing my top 5 crisps. So look out for that on Thursday, dropping. And obviously yesterday they revealed the Fantasy Premier League prices for some of the players. They've not all been released yet, but a good bunch of them have been, and today. Can't wait for the fantasy football to start again as well. I'll be doing probably videos on, definitely doing a transfer video nearer the time before the season starts, just to give my thoughts on transfers and how that favours teams who have bought certain players for the new season. And I'll be doing things like table predictions for the new season. And obviously the Fantasy Premier League predictions will be coming back once the season starts. So stay patient, guys, and I'll be back soon. Hope you enjoy it. Catch you later.